Being fine. All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Live 365. How are you? Boy, we moved some stuff yesterday. Oh, man, we're beat up, but we're doing it. We're doing it. How are you, Kevin Hawthorne? Good to see you on YouTube. What's happening, guys? Good to see everyone this morning. You guys coming in. You guys watching it on the rewind, I really appreciate you. And you guys that watch and then don't comment or I don't know you're here, I just want to give you a shout out too. Sometimes Wendy will say, "Hey, so and so was on the live this morning." I said, "Oh, geez, I didn't see him." I like to give everybody a shout out, say hello, get the day kicked off on the right foot. Like Zach Madrano and Krista Holland, good to see you guys. Welcome in. What is going on, Roy Dahl? Wow, all right, good to see you. Got the OG in. What's happening? Good to see you. Plumber just rolled in. We're going to drain the boiler today and put a new some sort of fill valve on it that was leaking. And also, while we're doing that, we're going to mess around with some baseboard radiation, get some things installed. So I'm going to play plumber. Actually, I'm just going to hold the dumb end of the pipe here in a little bit. So Cooper's here. Going to do a great job for us today. Good morning, Andrea Gooch. Yeah. Excited to get into a new week, says Rachel Berlin. Good morning. Good to see you. Coffee's good this morning. Woke up, and as Wendy would say, like a cat with a yarn ball. Ready to rock and roll on a Monday. Man, we unloaded that truck in short order yesterday. By about 1 o'clock, I said to Wendy, I think this thing's going back today. So we returned the truck, got a late lunch, celebrated being in. We're in. But we're a long way from settled, so we got just a bunch of picking and popping and moving stuff around and setting stuff up and hanging things. And then I got to make some bookcases and some shelves and be busy for a while. So, but yeah, it's a nice morning here in southern Aroostook County in I was going to say southern Maine, southern Aroostook County in northern Maine. We're about as south as the north are, if that makes sense. Good morning, Ben Bryant, Fred Turner, Premier Pawns. Good to see you guys. Elizabeth from Natchez is here. How are you? I have a good time. You know, the heck, right? Got to have fun. So, whoo. Well, to that end, we're talking these 10 days about being the leader that you'd follow, okay? And how today, good morning, Tim Tripp. What's happening, buddy? Good to see you. Where's Dan? Hey, your energy enters the room before your words do. Think about that for a second, right? While I say good morning to all the people that haven't seen this before, on the outside chance that somebody sent this to you, welcome to the Live 365. I'm Bob Turner. I'm Bailey's dad, Wendy's husband. I'm a business coach. I am a speaker and author and taker carer of this property here. Now I do things now. Good morning, Mike Matheson. What's happening, my brother? Yeah, we kicked off a new 10-day series called The Leader You'd Follow. 10 days of becoming the kind of leader people actually want to follow, right? Essentially, I could just say, don't be a jerk, and then end right there, right? We started yesterday with a pretty uncomfortable question. Would you follow you? Okay, so today I want to take it a step further because whether you realize it or not, before you ever open your mouth, you're already leading, okay? I think this is going to be a good one today. Good morning, Peter Christensen. Good to see you, buddy. Down there in the Winterport area. Yeah. Have you ever had someone walk into a room and you kind of immediately thought like, uh-oh, no, geez, you know, they haven't even said anything yet. Nobody's done anything wrong, but you can just kind of feel it. Maybe it's their face, their posture, the way they threw their keys on the desk, or, you know, how hard they closed the door, how they're walking or breathing or whatever it is. Everybody knows, right? Good morning, Tim Kasperzak. How are you? Yeah, everybody knows. Like, if you're the leader, the effect gets multiplied when you do that, okay? Because people just aren't not just noticing you, they're reading you, okay? It's like they got a weather app, right? Think about it, right? They got a pretty good internal app for what you're all about. Okay. Good morning, Sherry. How are you? Of course, we got, who are we going to get today? Is it Sunny Bob, frustrated Bob? Something went wrong, Bob. Cash flow is tight, Bob, right? Well, the customer just called, Bob. Or even worse, don't ask him right now, Bob, right? So they know what you got, okay? Here's the problem. You might think you're keeping your stress to yourself, but you're wearing it on your sleeve. You're not, okay? You might think nobody knows you're frustrated. They know. You might think you're just being quiet, right? Meanwhile, everybody else is wondering, what's his problem? What's wrong with her today? Okay? So guys, it shows whether you think it does or think it doesn't. It does. They're thinking, what did we do? Okay? That's leadership, guys. Your emotional state doesn't stay inside you; it travels. Okay, we want to make sure we're aware of that. Okay, like as a think about it as like a thermostat, right? The leader is the emotional thermostat, and there's a difference between a thermometer and a thermostat. Okay, a thermometer just tells you the temp. Excuse me. The thermostat influences it. Okay, so leadership is the same way. When things get chaotic, do you simply reflect or amplify the chaos? Customers pissed. So now you're pissed, right? Good morning, Bill Hillstrom from Texas. How are you? Hey, the job is behind. So now you're freaking out, right? Employees screw something up. So now everybody gets to experience your frustration, right? Hey, maybe the cash is tight. So suddenly the whole company feels like it's about to collapse. Okay. That's being an emotional thermometer. Okay. The room gets hot, you get hot. The room gets nervous, you get nervous. Okay. Something goes freaking sideways. Okay. You go sideways with it. Okay. But strong leadership asks, what does this room need from me right now? Not, what do I feel like giving it today? That's a pretty different question, right? And I don't mean being fake, okay? Don't misunderstand me. I'm not suggesting you be some sort of robotic leader who walks around pretending, it's all rainbows and unicorns, everything's awesome, right? Hey, everything's great, right? Meanwhile, the building's burning down behind you, okay? That's BS too. We don't want to do that. Like your people deserve honesty, okay? If you're concerned, just say hey, I'm concerned. If something's not working, address it. Hey, we need to talk about this. If the company's facing a challenge, just communicate it to everybody. Good morning, Jess. How are you? If you're disappointed, it's okay to be disappointed, but there's a massive difference between expressing emotion and being controlled by emotion or letting your emotions control you, okay? That's where leaders get themselves in trouble, okay? Thank you for doing the links today, Wendy. Your team, you shouldn't have to manage you guys, all right? That one might sting a little bit, all right? Your employees should not have to manage your emotions in order to do their jobs. Okay, they shouldn't have to figure out. Jesus, is today a good day to bring this up to Jess? Maybe I'll wait till after lunch. Don't tell her yet; she's already pissed off. Okay, hey, let's get Sarah to bring it up to her, right? I just fix it myself because I don't want to deal with the reaction. It's real stuff, guys. Right? If your team is spending like significant energy figuring out how to handle you, they're spending energy that could be going somewhere else. And eventually something worse happens. They stop telling you things. Okay. And that's dangerous because leaders sometimes mistake silence for everything must be going well. I haven't heard from anybody. Nobody said anything. Sometimes silence means we've learned what happens when we tell you the truth. We're not up for the BS. Good morning, Aaron Callie on Instagram and Carrie Brown. Good to see you guys. Yeah. So as a leader, like, what are you training people to hide? Think about it for a second. Like every reaction you have teaches people something. Sometimes, someone tells you they made a mistake, right? You fly off the handle, you explode. What did you teach them? Hide mistakes. I'm not coming to Bob with that, right? Someone disagrees with you, you get defensive. What did you teach them? Don't challenge me, right? Or someone brings you a problem and then you immediately take over and solve it. What'd you teach them? Well, bring every problem to me. I'll take care of it, right? I mean, you're just handling everything. How about someone admits when they don't know something, okay? and you make them feel stupid. Would you teach them? Just pretend to know. Just BS my way through it. Fake it till you make it. All right. And then 6 months later, we're frustrated and then we say, nobody communicates around here. I don't understand. Okay. Jess says, I used to get frustrated when I couldn't express my emotions the same as I expect my team to. But I learned my attitude sets the tone. I can have emotions, but I need to teach them how to respond. That's awesome. Yeah, great self-awareness there. Here's the question though, right? Ask yourself, what have I taught people about communicating with me? All right. That's a real useful question. Okay. How about a 5-second pause? All right. Super practical, right? Before something, let's just say something goes wrong today, right? Before you react, just give yourself 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. 5 seconds. Customer complains. Employee screws something up. Just take 5. And ask yourself, what does this moment require from me as a leader? Probably not that first response you just pulled back in, right? Ask me how I know, okay? So maybe it requires some urgency or some firmness or curiosity or patience or whatever it is. Maybe it requires a difficult conversation of you, okay? Maybe you need to shut something down immediately. That's not happening, right? But make that a leadership decision, not simply an emotional reaction. If you have to apologize for how you reacted to something, you got some work to do, okay? Because once those words come out, you don't get them back in your mouth. It's like that toothpaste analogy, right? Squeeze out all the toothpaste, now try to put it back in. Doesn't go. I'm not saying we want to be calm, but we don't want to be soft, right? I'm not saying be soft. Being emotionally controlled doesn't mean being soft. Okay. Some leaders think, well, that's just who I am. I'm passionate, right? Well, okay, dude. Yeah, great. Passion's great. Passion's great. But don't use this as an excuse for volatility. It does not give you a hall pass to treat me like crap. Okay. You can be intense without being, unpredictable. You can be demanding without being demeaning, right? You can be disappointed even without destroying somebody. Make it a teaching moment. And speaking of that, you can correct behavior without attacking character. Yeah, how's that working for you? And you can create some urgency. That's fine. You can do that without creating panic or chaos. That's leadership maturity, guys. The better you become at it, the safer it becomes for people to tell you what's actually happening. I remember sitting in a general manager's meeting once that was, what's probably now, I don't know how many $100 million company. But I asked them, do you want to hear what you want to hear? Or do you want me to tell you what you need to hear? I wasn't too popular after that one, but that's what needed to be said, right? Like as a leader, I don't want my team protecting me from reality. I want the truth, especially when the truth sucks, okay? Here's another question for you today. Who shows up when things go wrong, okay? Anybody can be a great leader when sales are good, cash is good, customers are happy, you got plenty of work, things are going well, everybody's showing up on time, jobs are on schedule, nobody's screwed anything up. It's great. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, I'm a great leader, right? But that's not really when your people need your leadership the most, okay? They need it when your job is 2 weeks behind or when you've lost the sale, okay? Or when somebody makes an expensive mistake. Or when there's conflict, or they're worried, or you're worried, okay? That's when they're watching you, okay? And that's when they're figuring out, can I trust this person when things get hard? I had a leader who just wanted everyone to be happy. What does Bob say to that? I would say he or she had a lack of ownership of the culture, okay? You want everybody to be happy, drive home a good culture, create a great place to work. Be a good leader. Deal with things when they come up. Check in with people. Know things about people that work with you and for you. Know their kids' names. Know what they have going on in their lives. And don't use a rubber stamp for everything. When I managed the millwork shop and there were 30 plus guys in there, I treated every person a little bit differently because that's what they needed. I tried to meet them where they were. Okay. Some people needed a hard push. Some other people needed a little break, and I could read it on them when they walked in. And I might say, "Hey, what's going on? Come in, let's chat." Right? Yeah. So, and I was 30, by the way, when I was doing that. Some of that stuff I think is learned. You can learn it. Some of it I think that naturally I feel like um, I didn't shy away from. So I just tried to treat people just be human. Treat people as a human. Maybe treat them like you want to treat your own family. Okay. So great question, Rachel. Yeah. So today's challenge: watch yourself enter rooms. Okay, figuratively and literally. Like yesterday, I asked, "Would you follow you?" Okay. So today, watch yourself enter rooms. Watch yourself when the phone rings. Watch yourself when somebody brings you bad news. Okay, and when something doesn't go your way. And just ask, what happens to the room when I show up? Does it get clearer or calmer, more focused? Do people feel like, okay, we got this, right? Or does everybody tense up? They get quiet. They start protecting themselves. That's not worth it. I'm not gonna suggest anything. He made me feel like a turd last time I mentioned something. Do they start protecting you? Okay. Don't judge yourself. Just notice it. Okay. Just because you can't do that because you can't change what you're unwilling to notice. Okay. Don't sweep things under the rug. Rachel says, platinum rule. They treat them how they want to be treated, but you got to take the time to get to know them in order to do that. Yeah, for sure. Boy, coffee's good today. Yeah. Ask yourself this. What am I like when I'm under pressure? Better yet, ask someone else that. Hey, Rachel, what do you see? I mean, we've worked together for a long time. What do you see when I'm under pressure? Or ask a family member and then just shut up and listen. Don't explain. Don't defend. Don't tell them, why you were stressed. Don't say, yeah, but you don't understand what I was dealing with. I had a lot going on. You asked the question, so listen, okay? Have enough courage to hear the answer. And again, what am I like when I'm under pressure? Ask someone that. Yes, it's very hard when you work with family. Absolutely. A lot of you guys do too. And I coach a lot of people that work with family. And it's tough. Yeah, have enough courage to hear the answer because their answer might teach you something about your leadership that you'll never learn by looking through your own eyes. Sometimes we just can't see it, right? What's the saying? We can't see the forest for the trees. Okay. Guys, day 2. I hope you liked it. The leader you'd follow. Be the leader that you would follow. Okay. Your energy enters the room before your words do. Okay. People are watching and they're learning, they're adapting. And whether you realize it or not, your reactions are teaching people how safe it is to communicate, make decisions, admit mistakes, and tell you the truth. Okay. You don't have to be emotionless. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have a responsibility to lead yourself before you try to lead everyone else. Kim Durant, thanks for being here. She said, I shut my work alarm off for my vacation, but I left my 8 a.m. So my Bob alarm. That was awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate you. Got Jimmy's couch up here. We're going to be setting that up. So I'm going to buy a Polaroid thing and leave it on this table beside. And then anybody that stops in or comes and sits and has a chat on Jimmy's couch, I'm going to take a Polaroid and we're going to put it on the wall behind the couch just as a way to honor his memory and kind of keep his legacy alive. So, guys, you don't have to be perfect. You got a responsibility to lead yourself before you lead everyone else, okay? Remember that one. Yeah. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you share this out with somebody who needs to see it. If nothing else, reach out today to somebody who needs to hear from you, okay? Just take care of your people. Take care of your business, okay? Tomorrow, I'm going to go after something I see in business all the time. Stop making people guess, okay? Because if people don't know what you expect, you can't automatically blame them for not delivering it, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, guys. I love you. If you need me, let me know. Reach out and we'll get together. Take care. Thanks, guys. See ya.